a breath of fresh air, silence, inner peace. This is all that I need right now, all that I've been searching for. And it's all in the in-between that I am right now. This in-between that just makes you realize simple yet the truest things. What is essential to live the best way. And you know what is coming to my mind right now is the fact that yes, I could still feel some sort of harshness, some sort of difficulty in the act of living. But I would say it's different. It's different from what I could feel a few days ago when and where I was just lost within my words, lost within a discomfort. And right now I would say that it's comfortable in the uncomfortable. I would say it's peaceful in the war. I would just say that it's a matter of just taking a break, of just finding the time to take the time in breathing, just in breathing pure air, just feeling the wind when it's there. I don't know, it's weird because everybody would say that there is no secrets, but that I unfortunately don't realize that soon enough. And this is, for me, what is unfair. Why do I have to suffer that much before I realize everything that I said? Why do I have to pass this torture? This is what I don't seem to understand, because every year, every month, it's the same facts. Keep it simple. Don't complicate your life. But every time I fall into the void of overthinking, of, I don't know, pointless issues, pointless exits. It's really confusing. It's really, it's just terrible. It's just awful to live this way, to be lost every day except one every 3 months, when you finally realize that you have to move on and to really making the action of living, when suddenly it comes to your mind the logic of living, the logic that, like, everything becomes logical, and especially the fact that you are immortal. You are not immortal, sorry. That you are mortal, and that you are going to someday will have to, I don't know, be erased. And all this information that you have acquired, learnt, will be gone somewhere. Nobody knows where. And yeah, it could be really harsh. It could be really be a conflict of the mind to to make all these realizations and to live with that every day of your life, but in the negative way. And when you're finally on the positive side, yeah, it's just a weird sensation. Like what I feel right now in this cold atmosphere. This is what I feel, and I couldn't explain why. I couldn't explain why it had to be now. I mean, there are sorts of, signs of everything has to be now. Everything has to come now. And this is just unexplainable. This is now, and I'm scared. You know why I'm scared? And this is why I want to record this video now. Usually I would just be like, yeah, just live in the moment. But what's the point in living in the moment if your moment is not... It's just not an agreeable moment. I mean, everybody says, be yourself, just live in the moment, live in the present. But if my present, I know that like past determines present, and present, what you did now, determines future. But what if I am scared now? What if I want a change now? I mean, a change is always for the better and for the future. This is the idea, and this is the ideal. But every time people are just finding a way to put you in a sort of cover, sorts of I don't know how I would call this, a sort of cocoon, where everything is blurry and you just play a role, and you are on full, I don't know the exact term, but derealization, personalization, don't really know, it's just blurry, okay? And it's like that every fucking day of your fucking life. You want this change to happen, and obviously it doesn't. And the most frustrating thing is when you realize after weeks and weeks of just emptiness that you could maybe have done something for that. And this is what is happening right now. It's, I don't really understand why it's like it always fluctuates into this blurriness, into this I don't know. Like, you ask me a question, I will automatically say I don't know, and I don't know why. The automatic action should be something more positive, something, I'm not talking about optimism. I'm talking about just the brain is fucked, first of all. But I'm sure there is a way to not make it react this way and just make you do things you will just despise. You will just question. You will just question everything. You want to question everything because it's not convincing. And I'm sorry, but no, it's not convincing. For now, my life isn't convincing. It's never happy. It's never. No. It's just it's all confusing. Everything, all the words I said before, and I wish there is a way, and that's why I'm saving this, because right now I don't know how I succeed to do that, but I succeed at taking a distance. But you can't take a distance over everything, everywhere, anytime. You see what I mean? I wish that this feeling right now that I feel, I'm not feeling the best, okay? Right now, I'm not feeling the best, but sure, I feel definitely better. I don't feel the best, but I feel better, definitely better than a few days ago. And, life is always ups and down, like people say, but for me, it's always down. I'm sorry. But for me, it's always down. For me, it's always low. And so, this is why I really want to capture this, because I wish I'm gonna try to formulate in a good way, but I wish that my ups, I wish that my downs, I wish that my downs aren't so down. You see? I wish that when I'm feeling down, I'm feeling like, meh, okay, it will pass. And I'm just like taking a distance. I don't know. I wish this wasn't so low, so and people would call this like intense, like deep, depression. But I don't know, for me it doesn't make sense. Like in this world there are so many people that use the word depression, that are depressed, and I don't want to consider this a sickness. I refuse, because I wasn't born with this. Sure, there are events that just could tear you down and just make you turn into that sort of dark side that then you will identify yourself with too, or whatever. But yeah, I just don't No, this is not my world. This is not in my world. Depression is not in my world. I'm sure there is, there is something else. There is a sort of a, I'm sure there is a place in your mind where you can rest. You see? You see what I mean? I'm sure there is a place in your mind where you can rest when you're feeling the lowest. This is exactly what I mean with this video and everything that is happening right now in my mind. So like I said, I'm not feeling the best, but I feel better than the previous days. And the fact that I'm feeling better than the previous days, I guess it's an up, okay? So I'm going up right now, but I don't want to fall down again, okay? And it feels so, like it's so easy to go down the stairs, to just fall back again into my... It's not... The worst thing is, it's not as if, I had old patterns of thoughts. It just seems always like thoughts on the same. It evolves. I mean, they evolve. But then the sort of feeling that comes with the thoughts is always the same. You get what I mean? This is like every year I think I will feel better because my thoughts evolve, my way of life evolve. I'm wiser. I mean, I feel wiser and wiser, but still I have the same uncomfortable feeling of living in the same sort of suicidal point of view. It's just like all blurry, all colorless, like without any color, without any pleasure, without any and honestly, right now I feel the colors are coming back, but it's only for now. It's as if I had glasses. It's as if my mind was open, but how to open my mind for all of the time? Like, I mean, even when I'm low, even when and I'm sure people would talk about medication, and I try, okay, but it's not enough. So that's why I was talking about a place where my mind could rest, whether or not I'm, just it doesn't matter if it's low or if it's high. I want to be able to rest my mind anyway. It's like it's like clouds. It's like dancing under the rain. When it rains, you shouldn't feel bad. When it rains, it should just be, it's life. And this is what I don't get. This is what I don't get in my life, is that I am aware that, like, I'm fully aware. It's not as if I was a hypocrite that would just, say, oh yes, I know, and then complain when it happens. But like, when it rains, I don't complain, okay? When it rains, I just fully embrace. So why the fuck? Like, I deserve, I am putting myself in the work to really deserve something. So why why it doesn't just come, why it doesn't just arrive to me. I mean, yeah, maybe I'm waiting for something that I shouldn't wait for, but I don't know, it's this is like I said, I fall on the same words. This is confusing. This is just confusing to live this way. There are clouds and you don't even complain about the clouds. You don't. You simply don't. It's not as if, oh yeah, I need a little more work. I have enough experience to say this, and yeah. If it was a matter of years, everybody would know. But no, it's not. It doesn't work like this. It doesn't work like this. It's always the same, you know. It's always like, you know, if it was a matter of years, it would just be like, oh yeah, you're happy at 40. Like, when you're 40 years old, you're finally happy. But sure, it doesn't work this way, right? And in the opposite, it's like, yeah, it depends on so many points, and so that's why it's just freaking confusing for me. And I want to know if anybody relates to everything that I said, because honestly, I could tell that I'm, and it's rare that I say this, but yeah, see, I realize this fact that I fully embrace, and I fully taking in consideration that I am proud of making this video. I am really proud of making this video because everything I said, for me, makes sense. And, you know, in my previous videos or in my previous tries of just talking, of just discussions, of just speeches, I was not proud. I was not proud of the words I was falling on. I was not proud of the way, like, even if I was proud of the words, like, you know, sometimes there are good words to use. I have the good words, but I don't have the good formula. I don't have the good, this is a flow. This is a flow of words, and when you're in the flow, you just want to embrace it and just, yeah. And this is what I'm talking about in this video. This is what I'm talking about. Why? When I'm feeling low, I'm not in the flow. Like, I'm not even flowing with my emptiness. This is it. This is exactly this. I'm flowing with sadness, but I don't flow with emptiness. And I want to know the reason. I want to understand why I'm not flowing. I don't succeed at flowing with emptiness. This is resuming it all. This is the best conclusion I could put on this video. Honestly, I am proud of 100% of it. So I guess I'm gonna have to cut it now, because otherwise I won't be proud of a small detail. But yeah, that is the conclusion. I want to know why I'm not flowing with emptiness. Because when I'm sad, when I'm crying, this makes sense. I am crying and everything will just, you know, my present makes sense when I am filled with sadness, but it doesn't, like, emptiness is such a harsh thing. It's such a an emotion that is, and I don't even know if it's